Assalamualaikum. Today I'm going to share how we can manage our variable view in SPSS software. I'm using this version 27. So I'm clicking this one. Alright, so now we go to new data set and click open. Alright, now we diverted to this particular page. We have data view and variable view. So we are going to focus to this variable view. Actually, the variable view is simply like a blank questionnaire. You have your questionnaire and this is the blank questionnaire that you are going to set. Okay, you transfer your set of questionnaire here. And when you are completing, after completing this setting the variable view, then you can key in the data that you collected, okay, from the respondents, okay, in this particular data view. Okay, data view is over here. So now we are going to concentrate on variable view only. All right. So I'm going to use this particular questionnaire. Okay, I took actually this questionnaire shared by Dr. Mano Abdul Majid in year 2012. All right. This particular questionnaire, actually, when I received it, okay, there is a specific company here. I hide, okay, this particular name. All right. So we move here. And I believe that this questionnaire is actually Dr. Mano and his student, okay, come up with this. And hopefully this is one of the Jariah, okay, taken, or actually they got that particular Jariah as well. Okay, if you go to this particular questionnaire, we have section A, B, C, and D. All right, so that one is for the dependent and independent variables. And there is another section, which is section E, respondents profile. Okay, let's start. First of all, okay, we have to have code, okay, for our set of questionnaire, because SPSS reads code, okay. So we can set a code for section A for question 1 as A1. Okay, this one is A1. And following by A2, A2, A3, A4, A5, and A6. Alright, so I'm moving to variable view now. The first row, okay, we set it for the ID first. Okay, ID. ID is referring to a set of the questionnaire being written, okay, by the respondent. So maybe you have 300 of sets of questionnaire. So maybe you are going to jot down, okay, each time you key in that particular data. So now this one is referring to number 3. Okay, you may have 1 to 300. Okay, so I'm moving this one again. For the ID, okay, because just an ID, no decimals needed. Okay, you label it as respondent ID ataupun questionnaire ID. Alright. Now, no value. Okay, no value for this particular first row, because it's just referring to the set of the questionnaire that you are referring to when you key in the data. Now is your first section A. Section A, A1 until A1 until A6 here. Alright, over here, A1 until A6. So first is A1. Okay, no decimal as well, because the answer is in solid number, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Where is the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5? It's over here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so no need for you to use decimal, right? Okay. Now you have to label the A1. Since this is a section where section A is referring to service quality, so it's better for you to start with SQ. So easy for you to trace, okay, this particular item in the future. So SQ, now decimal point, semicolon, and copy this statement. Then double click, paste it here, Control V, right? So it's up to you. Some researcher just prefer, they just prefer to key in the key point from this particular statement, but I prefer to just copy and paste all that particular statement, so easy for me to refer in the future. That's my style, and your style is up to you. Okay, now we need to manage the values. Okay, where the data for the value is referring to the scale that you use in your questionnaire. So in this case, we are using strongly disagree, disagree, fair agree, strongly agree. Okay, referring here lah. Okay, so this one is actually, we are using Likert scale. Okay, and Likert scale, even though people argue it is also ordinal scale, okay, because we have nominal scale, ordinal scale, interval scale, and ratio scale. But if we refer to Umar Sekaran and Bogi, it is under interval. Okay, interval scale. Okay, so we can decided, okay, to put the rule here as the measure, as scale. Okay, as scale. Why? When it is interval and ratio scale under scale measure, ordinal is ordinal and nominal is nominal. Okay, only interval and ratio under scale. And this one is actually for service quality, logistic, packaging, perception is the dependent. So this is the target and this is the input. Okay, this is the input, section A until C. Okay, these are the inputs. Okay, so input, right? Okay, go back to here. The values, okay, referring to the scale that you use, right? So we have 1 referring to strongly disagree. Enter. Number 2, disagree. Enter. Number 3, fair. Fair. Number 4 is agree. Number 5 is strongly agree. Enter. Okay. Now we need to manage some missing item as well. Why? Because somehow some of the respondents, okay, not returning the questionnaire with blank response for some particular questions. So if you can come up with codes for this particular missing answers. Okay, some people, they use many more than one codes. SPSS allows 3 codes. Okay, so you may use such as 999, 888. Okay, so for this particular video, I decided to use only one. Okay, right, we can code it as 999, blank response. Okay, add. Then okay, so what we can see here, all right, we have if we have any blank responses, so we can just key in 999. But there is some guideline. How about if the more than 25% blank of that particular set of questionnaire, so you cannot include. Okay, you just need to discard that particular questionnaire. Okay, because the blank responses is more than 25% out of all question in that particular questionnaire. But you have to report. Okay, you received that particular questionnaire, but how many that you have to disregard because of this particular blank responses case. Okay, now what we're going to do, we have A1 until A6. So just copy this one, copy, highlight 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, because A1 until A6, then copy and paste. So just manage this one as A2, A3, A4, A5, and A6. Alright, so what we're going to do next, just replace, okay, this particular line number 2, okay, line number 2, or not, row number 3 with next question. Okay, the next question is, okay, this one. So copy, and paste here, right? Okay, repeat the same step. Okay, number 5. And the last one is number 6. Alright, so we have done for section A. So you can move to section B as well. So just copy this one. Okay, copy it first. So it's become B1, right? And this one is changed to L, okay, logistic. Okay, so L and paste here. So the rest is similar. And how many questions in this logistic section? 7 questions. So repeat this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And paste again. So this one is B2, B3, B4, B5, B6, and B7. Okay, then just copy question, the next question. Okay, line number 4, 5, 6, 8, Just Control C and Control V.